Hey, good afternoon. Welcome back to an all new episode of Construction Secrets with me, David Windsor. As always, you can go over to davidwindsor.com, get your free downloadable templates. All I ask in exchange is that you like, subscribe, and share this YouTube channel with one of your friends today. That's it. You're getting free stuff, and all you gotta do is just pass this on to one person. Try to grow this thing. This is just a new venture that I'm working on, and I'm hopefully gonna grow it, and I hopefully get the support from you guys to do so. So for those of you that don't know, once again, my name is David Windsor. I'm a general contractor here in Park City, Utah. A luxurious ski town. We're building multi-million-dollar ski homes. I left my corporate job, and in 18 months, we built a $15 million construction company. And so we've grown fast. We've grown quite well, and we are a lean operation. We're three of us, and we're doing what it do, and we subcontract out everything. And so one of the things I want to talk about today is I was meeting with one of my subcontractors, a good friend of ours, and he went off on his own and did his own business, and we've become friends with him along the way. And I just said, like, what are the things you're struggling with? What do you wish you knew? What do you wish that you had more access to? And where are you falling deficient within your business? And he said, just knowing my numbers and making sure that I know my value and price my jobs accordingly, and two, that I don't price my jobs low enough that I don't make enough money. And that's the biggest thing that a lot of contractors do, is they price themselves too small because they're afraid of what someone will say. If they say that the price is going to be $1,000 instead of $800, it's too expensive, and they're going to go somewhere else, and they're not going to hire them. You'd rather not get hired than do a job, take your time, and not make money. You can go sit down at a coffee shop and do absolutely nothing and make no money. You can sit in your house and watch television and make no money. So why would you go out and start a project and work for months, maybe years on a project to make no money? So you got to make sure that you price yourself accordingly. And if you're going to lose work over that, it's the same difference. You're still making no money. So you'd rather make no money by missing out a job and going and finding the next job. Otherwise, your hands are tied, your staff's tied, and you're breaking even, or at worst, losing money. So that's one thing. Know your value. Make sure you price your jobs high enough so that that value grows, and that people understand that, hey, I'm going to do a good job. And you have to do a good job if you're going to price it high, but you're being one of the higher priced people out there, because you know your value, and you're going to show up, you're going to do your job, you're going to do it well, you're going to do it efficiently, and you're going to be worth the money that you're charging more than your competitors. But what this video is really about is, you got to know your numbers. You got to work backwards. You have to work backwards when it comes to bidding a job correctly. You got to understand what your overhead is. And so you're going to have to understand, this isn't necessarily for general contractors, but if you're a subcontractor out there and you own a framing crew or a plumbing crew, you got to say, okay, this particular job is going to take 4 guys this many hours. It's going to take them 20 hours to do this job. It's going to take them 50, 80, 100, 500 hours to do this job. I pay these guys this amount of money every single day. And on their slowest day, it's going to take them 80 hours. If we get weather, if some guys get sick, if material doesn't get delivered, it's going to take us, instead of 80 days, it's going to take us 100 days. So you got to factor that in. It could take us 100 days. Shit happens. Material doesn't get delivered. Mother Nature impedes. You get a big storm. People get their tires, blow out, their car breaks down, they can't get to the job, so you're shorthanded that day, so the job's going to take longer than you originally anticipated. So account for more time. So you got to account for 10 to 20% more time than you really think will happen, because let's be honest, shit happens. So you got to call it the shit happens markup that you got to put on your time. So that's just assessing your time. So you have X amount of time times X amount of X amount of hours times the cost per man hour. So that number gets you what it's going to cost you just in man hour to get the job, or to complete the job. Then you got to decide how many, do you have to buy equipment for this job? Is this job going to be specialized where you got to get forklifts, or you got to get equipment, different kinds of drills, or, you got to hire out welders, or, you got to order special parts, or whatever it is. You got to account that in. Then you got to count in your driving time and all this. Then you got to say, okay, it's going to cost me this amount of money in gas. I might want to buy my guys some food some days. It's going to cost me this amount of money in food. And then it's going to cost me this percentage for things I didn't account for. That's going to happen. You're going to be like, oh my gosh, I didn't even realize I didn't bid the soffit and fascia to frame this house. I realized that I missed the wet bar and the laundry room when I was bidding the plumbing on this house. I realized I didn't get any of the recessed cans in the living room when I was bidding the electrical work on this house. You're gonna miss things. So you gotta have your markup for your time, the shit happens markup for your individual's time, because shit happens. And then you gotta have a double shit happens for the things that you missed in the drawings. Things are gonna happen, things are gonna pop up. You're not always gonna see things. So what are the things inside the drawings that you accidentally missed in your bidding process that could bite you in the butt? And whatever that is, things that you don't see, add that in. That is what it cost you to do this job. It cost you that amount of time times that amount of money per hour for the job. Then what's your profit from that point? You have to work backwards. And so you say the very least amount of money I can make on this job is $10,000 to be profitable, or $100,000 to be profitable. If I go to $9,000, I lose money. If I go to $99,000, I lose money. I can't go below $100,000. Whatever that number is, you have to make that number, and you got to make sure that you have built in enough buffer, material, time, and Mother Nature, and oh shits, built that enough that into your budget, so when you bid your jobs, you have enough money to make a profit. I mean, if you're not making a profit or barely making a profit, what the hell are you in business for? You might as well go work for someone else and get paid an hourly rate and know exactly what you're gonna make, and you're gonna get paid for your time. You're exchanging your time for money. So why would you go out and take a job where you're gonna lose money or break even? Because once again, you can sit on your couch and do absolutely nothing and break even. You can sit on your couch and lose money and do nothing. So why would you go out and spend tens of hundreds of hours working on a job that you didn't bid correctly because someone wanted a discount? Someone thought you were too high. You were too afraid to lose the job based on your price. And so you said, fine, I'll do it for that price. Fine, yeah. I'll do it for that amount per square foot. Fine, yeah, that's fine. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. And then at the end of the day, you wasted a month, 2 months, 6 months of your life for free. That is dumb. That is completely dumb. That is not a way to run a business. And that's a way to absolutely lose a business and lose everything you've worked for and get yourself in serious and your family financial trouble. So you got to recognize that you got to start backwards. You got to work backwards when you're bidding your jobs. You got to make sure that you understand the numbers inside and out before you actually give someone a number for your. Don't just say it costs $16 a square foot, costs $22 a square foot. Don't just say that. Every house is different. Every house is intricate. Every single house is going to have things in it that the other houses that you do doesn't have. And it may make the job cheaper, it may make it more expensive, but do not just bid out a price at a certain price per square foot and think that you're gonna make money. Unless that price per square foot is so absurd that you're only gonna get 1 or 2% of the jobs you bid, and maybe that's your business model. There's nothing wrong with being the most expensive out there. So, less competition up at the top. So if you're the cheapest and you're the most expensive, there's less competition. The cheapest is not gonna make a lot of money. The biggest will. So don't want to be in the middle of the pack. That's where everyone is. That's where you have the most competition. So either be the highest or the cheapest. But if you're trying to run a successful business, you better be the highest, not the cheapest. So that's my little tip and trick and random rant today. Once again, you can go over to davidwindsor.com, get your free downloadable templates. I'm just here, to share with you things that we're doing within our business and helping other contractors along the way to hopefully grow their business, and hopefully you learn something along the way. Leave some comments below, please, about things you're doing in your business, how you bid your jobs. I'm here to learn as well. Like I said, I've been in construction for a multi-billion-dollar company, and then I went off on my own, and I've only been on my own for 18 months. So I'm not claiming to know everything. I'm just claiming to share the knowledge and the things that I'm doing within our company that have helped us get to the point that we're at today, which is $15 million in 18 months of business. So that's all I got. I appreciate you guys. I really do. It means the world to me if you're watching this video. There's not a lot of people watching right now, and that's, I guess, the best time to do this, because I might suck at doing this, and so you'd rather suck when no one's watching. So I appreciate everyone, and that's all I got for you. Have a great day. Thanks. Bye.